When people have issues in their marriages, most times it is not because of housekeeping jobs or duties. Most times it is because of homemaking responsibilities. We continue in the series on demystifying relationship myths, and today we look at housekeeping and homemaking. Housekeeping basically is about the jobs and the chores around the house, doing dishes, cooking, washing clothes, cleaning the house. Those are housekeeping jobs. However, homemaking is about the atmosphere in the house. It's about the ambience. It's about ensuring the welfare of everyone in the house, ensuring that the house or the home is a pleasant place to be. If we look at the definition of housekeeping and homemaking, what are some points that we need to pay attention to? Number one, housekeeping is a job, which means anybody can do it. If you go to hotels, if you go to offices, workplaces, you see man, woman doing housekeeping job, cleaning the office. There's water spillage, there's dust everywhere. You see people cleaning the offices. Anybody can clean, anybody can wash, whether man or woman. So housekeeping is anybody's job. It's a job, anybody can do it. However, homemaking is a responsibility. Homemaking is what everybody should do. Housekeeping is a job, anybody can do it. Homemaking is a responsibility and everybody should do it. How does this apply in a family environment or a home setting? Anybody can cook, anybody can wash clothes, anybody can clean the house. It is not the role of anybody, whether it is a man or a woman. It is not anybody's role. In the last episode, I shared something about who provides for the house. So there are times when it is a particular gender, maybe the man that is providing or the woman is providing. When you have something like this in your house, then the person who is not so much engaged, as it were, in ensuring there is money or food in the house or clothes for people to wear in the house, then that person should at least take that burden off the person who is doing the work. So in a situation where it looks like it's a woman that is doing much of the work outside, ensuring there is food in the house and all of that, then nobody should say it's a traditional role for a woman to cook the food, to clean the house, to wash the clothes, and all of that. Housekeeping is a job. Anybody can do it. And what that means also is that as you grow and advance in impact and in influence, you can delegate it. You can have somebody from outside the house to come and help you with washing the dishes, with cooking the food, and all of those other activities in the house. So the second point I want to talk about is housekeeping is about people fulfilling their traditional roles, while homemaking is about people fulfilling their potentials. Fulfilling potentials means within and outside of the house. Most times when we talk about housekeeping, we are looking at what happens in the house. Homemaking transcends the traditional house. Another point is housekeeping may make the wife appear domesticated or appear good to the in-laws, but it is homemaking that makes the woman to be respected on the long run, not just by the in-laws or the immediate family members, but by the society at large. We have a lot of people who seem to be accepted by in-laws, accepted by the immediate family members, but they are dying on the inside because they believe that they are more than what they are currently doing. Whenever there is any family engagement, they are the ones that you always call. Can you please come and help us? We have a burial, we have a naming, so they are always running around family functions and all of that. And when you look at those people, something is saying, I am more than this on their inside. But because they want to be accepted by the family in quotes. But you realize that those people don't get the kind of respect that they actually want to get, because what gives you respect is not your housekeeping roles. What gives you respect is your homemaking responsibilities. Another point is housekeeping drains you physically, mentally, emotionally, and just name it. It's draining when you're washing and cleaning and cooking, but homemaking replenishes you. That's the difference. That's so amazing. Homemaking replenishes you emotionally, replenishes you physically, spiritually, name it, everywherely. Right. Last point I'll talk about is that housekeeping focuses on the traditional roles of a woman. Okay, what is a woman supposed to do in the house? Okay. But if we look at that definition, that means that most times a lot of people sacrifice their other roles that they're supposed to play in the society. Now, a female who is matured enough to be married is first a woman, and then she plays another role of being a wife, and then another role, if nature permits, of being a mother. Being a man or being a woman is not something you choose. You grow into it. But being a wife and being a mother is a choice. You can decide not to. And for some people, nature just doesn't permit that to happen, not because they don't want to, but because nature just doesn't permit it. But it will not help the person and even the society when you sacrifice your role as a woman or as a man, all in the name of you want to be a husband or you want to be a father. If you play your roles well as a woman and as a man, it will be easy for you to take care of your other additional roles as a father and as a husband. And we'll talk about that in other episodes. Let's try and apply this in context so that we can understand where I'm driving at. It's possible you've been to some houses where everything in its right place, the furnishing, the painting, the walls, everything is clean, everything is in its place. But you enter the house and you notice that the atmosphere is tense. You notice that people are not free to be themselves. You notice that somebody is not happy, but everything is clean. That is housekeeping, not homemaking. And then it's also possible you've been to some houses where you just see everything falling over themselves. There's socks somewhere, there's clothes somewhere, the children are all over the place. But you can sense that joy, you can sense that peace, you can sense that fellowship in that house. That's homemaking. So it's possible that people are doing housekeeping without doing homemaking. That's what I want to drive at. I want to speak somewhere some time ago, and I was sharing some of these thoughts. And one of the men in the audience asked me a question that after I've paid so much dowry for my wife, are you saying that my wife shouldn't cook for me? Now, that's not what I'm saying, okay? At a certain stage in your marriage, when your marriage is still young and when your roles are still small, yes, your wife should play all of those roles, ensure she cooks for you, ensure that everybody is happy, especially if she is the cooking type. But as the roles expand and the responsibilities increase, for example, for a woman, the responsibilities increase. That means that she may not be able to do all those traditional things that are expected of her. Rick Warren said, impression without expression would lead to depression. Many people are depressed today in their homes, depressed in their marriage, depressed because they have so much on their inside, but they have very little room to express them because of the traditional roles that they have to play, which is making them to suppress their feelings, suppress their potential. People are suppressed. At some point, there will be outbursts. That is non-negotiable. At some point, there will be outbursts. Somebody would be like, is this all there is to me? This is all there is to me. There will be outbursts at some point, and that's why there's always that friction sometimes in some homes. So create an environment where everyone is happy, everyone is fulfilled, living out their potentials, not just their traditional roles, but they are fulfilling all their roles that they need to fulfill, not just for themselves, but for the world at large, and everybody is happy. I hope these tips help. Is your family going through a transition right now, and it's looking like this is not how it has always been? Some things are just going out of place. You may want to fire up a chat with me. Send an email to askdab@dailyayabankole.com, and let's get started. I still have a lot of thoughts to share in this series, so you need to subscribe, and please share this video with your friends. Share them across all platforms. Let people have an idea of what we're talking about, especially as it concerns people fulfilling their potentials in a family setting. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Till I see you in the next episode, keep grinding, keep winning, and keep bringing in the laurels. I believe in you.